good?
We're good.
Okay. Welcome to the Flawless Films Podcast, episode 3.
Yes, and we got our new setup.
We do. Check these mics out.
Yes.
Hopefully they sound okay.
Yes.
They certainly look cool.
Yeah, we're going to have to make sure we don't like end up going over
Yeah.
and talking. We got to make sure we actually stay in front of them.
They do block our view of each other a little bit.
Yeah.
But
But that's fine.
thanks. So if you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, or if you have been watching the podcasts, you know the first two have been about Star Wars.
Yep.
And as you know, Star Wars comes in trilogies.
So it only makes sense.
Yeah, so obviously the third part of our, or the third episode of our podcast has to be about Star Wars.
Yes.
And today we are going to talk about something that we are quite passionate about.
The Last Jedi.
Definitely passionate about that, but not in the right way. We are going to talk about why you need to watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Yes, and we're taking this as someone like Jake's watched all of it,
Yeah.
and I'm basically just beginning it.
Yeah.
Like I'm into season 3,
Yeah.
but I wasted my time on season 1, so
That's
that's a bit annoying.
Yeah. I feel like I can just hear you better for that.
Yeah, that's fine. We're learning still.
Yeah. We'll just trust the audio. So, going on from that, you've only seen 3 and a bit?
Yeah, I'm like halfway through season 3.
Halfway through season 3. Was it a long time ago you watched the first season? Or?
Yes. It's probably about a year ago I did the first 2 seasons. And then I had a break, and now I've gone back to it.
So you took a break after season 2?
Yes.
It wasn't season 1 that put you off?
It did a bit, but between seasons 1 and 2, it was just like not enough. There wasn't enough. There was too many filler. Like when you come across the Jar Jar episodes and the Padme episodes, like I just don't care. But since finding out, like,
That was me, my bad. I'm going to put that on silent, carry on talking.
Amateur mistake. Since finding out, like, the episodes you can skip, the ones that don't really matter, it becomes a better show. And also finding out that they're not in chronological order. Yeah. Like, which I never realised. So that makes me feel a lot better about skipping episodes and going around. It's like, it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah, I feel like that's a point we need to get across before we go into the more finer details of Clone Wars, is that if you are looking at getting into the Clone Wars, hopefully after this video you'll be persuaded to watch it, because if you're a Star Wars fan, you can't miss it. Like, it's amazing. But you have to understand that, like James said, number 1, it's not in chronological order. So I think we saw that the first episode chronologically is season 2, episode 16. Yeah. So basically they have just different storylines throughout that period between episode 2 and episode 3 that are just kind of dotted around. They just pick them. Yeah. And they kind of have an overall story arc in a way. Like, characters do progress and stuff. But individual episodes, unless it's a story arc which are normally blocked in 2, 3 or 4 episodes, they're not normally in order. Yeah. The other thing that we need to get out of the way is, if you choose to watch Clone Wars from the very beginning, don't get put off by the first season. No. Because it is pretty crap.
It is. Like, you don't really take anything away from it. Basically, all it really does is introduce the clones. Yeah. That's realistically all it does.
Yeah. I would almost recommend watching the movie first.
Yes, because I haven't seen that either.
Yeah, I literally watched it recently. The movie's good because it sort of goes back and introduces how some of the characters come together. Yeah. We'll talk about the characters in more depth in a bit, but I would almost start with that, because I don't think it ruins anything story-wise that you're going to see in the series, but it does introduce the characters properly. Yeah. Yeah, because that's one thing I found, is like they bring in Ahsoka, who's Anakin's Padawan, who seems like that's going to be a big deal, but she's just there. Yeah. So you're a bit like, I mean, realistically, like it is a kid's show, so they're probably not caring too much about that, but when you actually sit back, it's like, this character's just in there. You don't really get any introduction. Well, not much of an introduction to her. But saying that, I think that's probably the beauty of the show, that yes, it's a kid's show, but the creators of it were obviously Star Wars fans, perhaps not fans of the prequels, and they saw this as an opportunity to go, okay, let's take these characters that had so much potential in the prequels, like Anakin Skywalker. Anakin Skywalker is Darth fucking Vader. Yeah. He should be an amazing character.
Not a whiny teenager.
Little bitch. So they took Anakin and did him justice. Yeah. And I feel like that's what they did with so many of the characters in this show. So if you're a fan of Star Wars and you really want to love characters like Anakin, but they've just never been sort of done justice, that's one of your main reasons to get into this show. Yeah. Because they've done like a fan service, that they've not just made a kids show, they've made it for the actual fans as well.
Yeah.
So whether you're a 60-year-old Star Wars fan or whether you're in your 20s or whether you're 12, there's something in this show for everyone.
Yeah.
But having said that, like we said, season 1, I'd almost recommend skipping it.
Yeah.
We've got a list up that we will go over towards the end, maybe, about the best story arcs and episodes to watch. So if you're interested about suggested episodes, then stick around and we will go over that towards the end. Moving on. So we've stated you need to avoid season 1 unless you really think you can stick out 20
unless
episodes.
you're one of those people who has to watch every episode of everything.
Yeah, but like we said, it doesn't really follow on as much as you'd expect.
You don't miss.
No. A lot of the episodes are based around characters like 3PO, like Jar Jar. And those episodes, they have nothing to do with the Star Wars storyline. They're just filler episodes that are mainly based on holding the kids' attention.
Yeah.
So, honestly, you're not missing out. Do not be scared to skip them.
No.
Okay. Let's go on for the reasons why you need to, have to, and should watch Star Wars The Clone Wars. First of all, we've got a video of some cool scenes playing in the background. I don't know how well you can see that. But the animation style.
Which again, season 1, not as good as the rest.
Yeah.
And it makes big jumps.
Yeah, if you just sort of glance at it, it looks kind of similar. If you looked at a frame from one to the next, it looks kind of similar. But the difference in quality from season to season is insane. And not just within animation, but the cinematic look. It starts looking like a movie.
Yeah, no, there's certain bits that you forget that it is just a TV show, and the kids win at that. I guess the effort they put into it and the way they make it look is just as good as the film. It's better than some of the prequel stuff, really.
Oh yeah, easily. And it's easy to forget that this show is, I can't, when did it start? So well over 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah, I got 2005 in my head, but I don't know if that's right.
When did Revenge of the Sith come out? Around 2005. Yeah.
So they probably would have brought it out around the end of that to
So this show is probably 12, 13, 14 years old. And I don't think, the style and the look of the animation, I can't really think of a show that looked like that, especially then.
No, it's a very unique style, actually, to be fair. It is. You don't really notice it.
It's got this solid, smooth look. It's hard to describe. You look at someone like Anakin or Obi-Wan's hair, it's blocky.
Yeah.
But in a smooth, I really don't know how to describe it, but it is a unique.
I can't think of any of the shows that have that same kind of style.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you can see them. I got some Lord of the Rings figures.
Yeah.
Right here. I'll just grab them. It's got Frodo. Say like a Frodo. Don't know how well you can see that. It's kind of that kind of style, isn't it?
Put it right up to the camera. Let's show them. Get a good look, guys, if you're watching this, not just listening. How cool does that look?
Yeah. I'll be back by the mic, don't I? So yeah, it's that kind of style. I mean, I'd love it if they did Star Wars figures like these.
Yeah.
I would definitely want to get them.
Because they're cool. They're collectibles. They're display figures. That you can't play with those.
They're my work buddies.
Yeah, those are made by Weta Workshop as well, which is even cooler.
Yeah, if Weta Workshop got involved with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be good.
Yeah. If you don't know who Weta Workshop are, those are the guys that basically were responsible for making all the props and costume and digital.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So
they're the ones who created the big army software for the battles to basically make it. So they get a big shot to make it look like everyone was fighting each other on the different sides, basically like a computer game.
Yeah.
But they kind of invented what most people use now for that kind of thing in the big scale in movies.
It's crazy, absolutely crazy.
Visited them actually. It's such a cool place, but they don't let you take photos.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that. Yeah. Went away to Hobbiton without me.
Oh yes.
But I was in Los Angeles while you were there, so we can't complain. We both had it good. Okay, so moving on. The animation style. I think anyone can just take a single look at it and go, yeah, that does look pretty cool. No, you can't. It's not something you can argue with. It's not a matter of opinion. It's awesome.
Oh God, yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
There's going to be someone else that I just said it's not a matter of opinion, and then I go, in my opinion. But I think it does.
Because my opinion is the only opinion, so it's really
exactly
not a matter of your opinion.
You all know how it is. Okay. We touched upon this at the start, but one of the most satisfying aspects of the Clone Wars is the way it fixes characters.
Yes.
So you can even take someone that realistically no one really cares about in the prequels. Well, I don't really like a character like Padme.
Yeah.
You think she should be an ultra important character. She is Luke and
She
Leia's.
should be the Leia.
Yeah.
Of the prequels.
But she's not. She's just... What really bugs me about Padme in the prequels is Natalie Portman has proved that she's a phenomenal actress.
Oh, yeah.
But...
Yeah, there's none of the actors in the prequels that you would say are bad actors.
No.
They just had a terrible script together.
Yeah. It's such a shame. But even the character, like, she has her moments. She has some cool scenes. Like, she gets to, on Geonosis, in the Attack of the Clones.
Oh, when she gets herself up the top of the...
Yeah, so she has some cool moments where she gets to scram across the back and she's riding the thing with the
she's not
blaster.
a complete, like, wuss.
Yeah. She has her moments. But... And the whole thing in the factory as well, where Anakin's lightsaber gets cut off. And that, she gets
at the same time, like, you do that. So have you ever seen like that, where she's, like, doesn't back down against this big monster and stuff?
Yeah. But
then she'll have those, like, stupid lovey-dovey scenes.
Yeah.
Which are like...
Yeah.
What happened?
James, there's no reason that a badass can't show emotion, man.
Yeah, they're showing emotion, and then there's wanting to marry the guy who just slaughtered a village of women and children.
Like we said in our last podcast, nothing turns on a woman like slaughtering
women and children.
Yeah. Or, in the previous case, your father.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't seen episode 2 of our podcast, we were talking about Kylo Ren and how Rey has some kind of thing with him. So, Star Wars women be crazy, man.
Yeah.
You have Leia kissing her brother. You've got Padme falling in love with some maniac
that
slaughters women, children, everyone. And then you've got Rey who seemingly is falling in love with someone that she watched kill his own father.
Yeah. That
she was also close to. Yeah, so that's obviously a broken character right there. So back to the point. Clone Wars fixes any problems like that.
Yeah.
Padme is the character she should be. She is a badass, actiony woman like Leia. She's far more like her daughter.
Yeah.
I think for the female fans of Star Wars, it's a far more satisfying character. Everyone loves a strong woman character in a film.
Yep.
I know Disney have used that as a defense to why people hated The Last Jedi. Oh, you just don't like strong women. No, it's ridiculous. We talked about this in our first episode, going back to it, but you've got films like Terminator, what else? Alien.
Sorry.
Leia in the original films, it's nothing to do with that. It's just Last Jedi had bad characters.
Yep.
This Clone Wars makes Padme a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Another point, Obi-Wan. The thing is, this is a difficult one. It doesn't really make a lot of sense using this as fixing it, because in my opinion, apart from what they did with Obi-Wan in the prequels, no one doesn't like Obi-Wan.
No, he's the one character that kind of he still works. No matter take just the prequels, he does work, and he's still the fun guy, the fun uncle, kind of character.
With all the dad jokes.
Yeah. So he does work, but he just didn't. This does improve him.
I feel like what George did in the prequels with Obi-Wan, with the whole light-hearted, jokey, perfect example. Hello there. Like, making light of such a dangerous moment for a character. Like, he's dropping down, he's in front of an army of droids and some crazy robot guy who's currently on my screen.
Who is known for killing Jedi.
Yeah. Who has 4 lightsabers that he took from fallen Jedi that he killed. Like, that's a pretty dangerous moment, and you're there by yourself. And you just drop down in the middle of all of them and go, hello there. Like, that is just brilliant. It's so meme-worthy.
Yeah.
I must have quoted that 1,000 times in the last, don't know how long, 10 years.
Day.
Yeah. But what they've done in Clone Wars is taken that side of Obi-Wan and just boosted it 10 times.
Oh yeah, he's got a weird connection with Asajj Ventress that you kind of notice.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing a thing that supposedly there's a soft spot between them. So I don't know. I haven't got that far yet, so I don't know how much it carries on.
Yeah.
But some of the jokes they have around her and even with Dooku and stuff, I just love it.
Yeah. No, he's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
As well, you think because the way they've improved Obi-Wan, that makes Anakin better as well.
Yeah.
Because they've made that relationship better. So even without doing anything to Anakin, Anakin becomes a better character because of Obi-Wan. Yeah. At least that's what I found so far.
100%. Which moves us on to talking about Anakin. Mm-hmm. He is a very broken character. Not only in terms of his character, but in terms of the script in the prequel movies. This fixes it.
Yeah.
Perfectly. Like it couldn't be any better. If you look at episode 4 and think about how Obi-Wan describes Anakin, not Vader, when he's first talking to Luke about it, he says about how much of a good friend he was.
Yep.
Well, you look at the prequels, we get that they get along, and you know, there's the whole "you're my brother, Anakin." And, you know, they talk about it, they demonstrate it, but you don't see enough of it.
No, it's never developed. This goes from Attack of the Clones, where it's like he's still like the whiny one when he's trying, like Obi-Wan's kind of getting annoyed. It
seems more like he's an annoying apprentice.
Yeah. Then Revenge of the Sith, suddenly they're like, "Oh, remember that time we did this thing, and you saved me from that," which is almost sounds more interesting than the film itself.
Yeah.
But that is what the Clone Wars is. It's just like you're supposed to just accept that they're best buds.
And it is more interesting than the film itself.
Yeah.
When you get to see these adventures that the two of them have been on, you see that they have each other's back. They've been through crazy amounts of battles together.
Yeah.
And they are like best friends. They're like brothers. And you kind of get to see the transition from Anakin being Obi-Wan's apprentice, a Padawan, to being more of an equal and a friend, which is really cool to see. And not only that, as you can see by this, Anakin's a badass.
Yeah.
Not only is he a badass, he's relatable. He has actual problems that are relatable, and they're not just like, I'm a whiny evil person. Oh no, I'm now evil, I'm going to kill kids. You know, that is so sudden in Revenge of the Sith that it makes no sense and you can't relate to it, which is probably one of the biggest problems for the prequel films.
Yeah.
If you really, really break it down and go in and study Revenge of the Sith, it does make sense why he turns, but you shouldn't have to do that.
No, you got to read the script, read the book.
Yeah.
You got to know what's going on inside his head, which should be conveyed anyway. You shouldn't need to read it. You should just know.
Yeah, I think only the biggest Star Wars fans that really want to like Revenge of the Sith and the other prequels.
It's an effort to make it work, which it shouldn't be. That's the main issue.
Yeah. But again, with Clone Wars, it's no effort. You just straight away, you understand Anakin's struggle. And one of the things that really made me almost bummed out that Anakin wasn't like this in the movies is the fact that they kind of, on occasion, throughout the 5, 6 seasons of Clone Wars, show how easy it is for Anakin to kill. He will kill people, and it's like not a problem to him. Now, the others are a bit like concerned almost. Yeah. But they do it so subtly that it works. That would have been a way better way of showing his transition to the dark side. Like wow, he's just too comfortable killing people.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no thought about it.
Yeah.
It's like the bit I've just watched is the Night Sisters arc when you first meet Savage.
Yeah.
Not Savage. As I first read it as. Savage Repress. And in that, when they go to the clan where it's all like the Darth Maul Savage, the men on the planet, and Anakin's got the one by the throat with the lightsaber, and he's like, he'd happily just do it, and everyone's like, no, you can leave him.
Yeah.
Like that's like one of the first bigger examples where it's like there's basically a town full of Darth Mauls, and Anakin's just happy just to go slit your throat, tell us where this person is, or I'll kill you.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, no, just ask them nicely. They'll get the information, and we'll go.
But why would they not do that in the prequels? That's far more interesting and just makes more sense. Having someone that's so comfortable with killing that it's concerning, rather than just, okay, he's now evil.
Yeah.
He just has these moments where he's suddenly evil.
Yeah, it is one of those things. You almost feel like the prequels were rushed.
Yeah.
You feel like someone went, okay, here's my first draft of the script. I went, okay, cool, let's just do that. It's like, no, redraft. Do more.
They only had over 20 years to do
it.
But
that's what I mean. It feels like they had like 20 days, not 20 years.
Yeah.
It's a script you look at and go, they just didn't. They didn't have people read it through and go, okay, wait, no, this bit, like, how has he gone from there to there, A to B, like.
Well, that was the problem. George Lucas wanted to be so heavily involved with every aspect, which, to be fair to him,
I would be the same.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. Like, it's a lot of responsibility, so you can understand certain mistakes. But at the same time, Peter Jackson was the exact same with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
he wanted control over everything.
So the difference with I don't know if this was the case exactly, but like say with Peter Jackson, he had his wife, and the other one, Philippa. Like there was still 3 of them. Yeah. There was a team that still did everything. Like George Lucas seemed very on his own.
Yeah.
So say with Peter Jackson, he might have said, "Oh, this idea," and then one of the others would have gone, "Doesn't quite work because of this and this," and they go, "Oh, okay, actually, let's go back and do it." Where George would go, "Hey, this works," and there's nobody there to go, "Does it though?"
That's the problem, because after the gap between Return of the Jedi, you had 20 years of people loving Star Wars and seeing George Lucas as an absolute god. So no one would dare go, "No, I don't think that would happen, George," because it's George Lucas's universe. He made it. It's his idea. It's his baby. No one's going to argue with him. Yeah, and that's almost the problem. Yeah, I think if the prequels were made straight after the original trilogy, they probably would have been better, because people would have been more likely to
accept and
well, just to argue with him almost. Yeah, because it hasn't been 20 years of worship.
Yeah, he's put on a pedestal.
Yeah,
untouchable.
And then the prequels pushed him off it.
that wasn't even pushed off. He just fucking threw himself off that one.
It's a shame. I still love George Lucas, because he gave us this. I still got mad respect for him. He changed the movie industry.
Oh yeah, it's still stuff we're talking about 20, 30, 60, whatever years later.
Yeah. People hate him. People make fun of him. Even Star Wars fans, and it bugs me.
Yeah.
Like, if I met George Lucas, I would be a shaky mess, probably. Oh my god, it's God!
Mr. Lucas, hi.
Yeah. We've completely gone off on a tangent here. Where were we? Yeah, so Anakin is fixed. Yes. That's where we were. There's also other characters in here.
One day we'll actually make a Star Wars video where we don't say any complaints.
One day, yeah. We're like two of the biggest Star Wars nerds in the world, and all we do is complain.
Yep, that's what nerds do.
That's true.
I may get killed for that comment, actually.
Look at that shot. I don't know how well you can see that, actually. That's Count Dooku. So, backing up our point, it's another character they go into much more depth with. And
he's one of the characters, a bit like Palpatine as well, where obviously with the films they had to cast someone a bit older.
Yeah.
So you've got like your Christopher Lee, I can't remember the guy who plays Palpatine's name.
Ian.
Yeah, stage actor, older person, Shakespearean type.
Can I move this?
You should be able
to. Oh jeez. I can sit back.
Sorry if that was I don't know if it was or not.
Probably.
But yeah, it's so when it comes to those older people, when it came to then showing them in a battle, it's hard. It just didn't work. It doesn't work like a cartoon does, where you can see these older people do all these amazing things. When you know it's Christopher Lee and he's suddenly trying to do flips and keep up with a Yoda that's going everywhere.
Yeah.
And you're a bit like.
But when you see him animated and he's fighting two people here. One has two lightsabers, the other one has a double-ended lightsaber, and he is still winning.
Yeah.
Like, he is supposed to be one of the best swordsmen in the galaxy. And the Clone Wars shows that convincingly.
Well, yeah, he was Qui-Gon's master.
Yeah.
Yes. I was saying that then, and I was questioning myself as the words were coming out. And yeah, it just shows that like he was Yoda's apprentice.
Yeah.
So like he's gonna be good.
Yeah.
But it's hard. You just don't get that from the films. You don't get how much of a master he was.
Yeah.
And he would have been like they say that he would have. Well, he thinks he would have taken Qui-Gon over to the Separatist movement.
Yeah.
And that's a big claim to make.
Yeah.
But
can you imagine that? That's a fan theory we should do. What if?
But from the films, you don't like. You're like, how? What's this guy got that's gone up? But you watch this and you can see he is a genius, tactical genius. He knows what he's trying to do. Yeah. He's trying to overthrow Palpatine himself. He's trying to get his own apprentices and stuff. So you get so much more. It's just more backstory. That's
more
all
depth.
It is. Yeah, that's the word.
And it makes you appreciate these characters. So even though sometimes like Anakin is so much better in Clone Wars, when you watch the prequels, then it's almost disappointing.
Yeah.
But with characters like Dooku, because Christopher Lee didn't do a bad job. When I understand his character more after watching Clone Wars, it made me appreciate the character as a whole way more.
Yeah, no, literally the only downside is when it comes to showing him fight and have to move. But as actual character, Christopher Lee, he can do no wrong.
Don't forget, Clone Wars is still 100% canon. So anything that goes in this, it happened.
Although, imagine if they tried to do a live action version looking like the style of Clone Wars. So you'd have Christopher Lee with like this big like beard, there's just like solid lines and everything.
Yeah, that would be a funny like parody video to do. Real life Clone Wars. Okay, let's talk about the title attraction, the Clone Wars. We meet a lot of clones in the prequel movies.
Yep.
But we don't get any backstories, information, any storylines with them.
No, they're just soldiers.
Yeah.
That's it.
And they're all CG soldiers, which is kind of annoying. Even when they've got their helmets off, they put an actor's head on a CG body.
Yeah.
Really bugged me. Obviously, in an entire animated show, it works fantastically, and we get a lot, believe it or not, in the Clone Wars. We get a lot of stories about the clones, and they introduce 4 or 5 characters in particular: Echo, Fives, Cody, Rex.
Rex, yeah. And they've all got their. They've tried to distinguish them as much as they can.
Even though they are clones.
They're clones. So you got Rex is the blonde one. Yeah. Rex is the blonde one. Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
I think so.
Yeah.
Echo is the one who wears yellow.
Yeah.
Fives, I think he has like
2 pistols.
Yes, I think he also has. I think it's. Oh, is it Fives or? Okay, I may be getting Fives and Echo mixed up. One of them has like 3 stripes, like by there, and the other one is the other one.
Yeah. There's also.
Mixing them up now. I can't think which is which out of this.
Yeah, they're clones.
Yeah.
If you watch the story, you'll pick it up. They all have personalities.
Yeah, which I do like. I don't like that every clone is the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It just shows that like it's the whole thing that if every decision changes your life, so every clone is still different.
Yeah.
You've got some that are leaders, some that are crap.
And what's really cool is like these clones are in the movies. And I think maybe only Cody.
Technically, they say Rex is in.
Yeah, well, this is what I was going on to. If you've seen, I can't imagine you would have seen Rebels if you haven't seen Clone Wars. But one of the main characters in the Clone Wars is Rex, one of the clones. He is also a character in Rebels, which is set just before episode 4. And they go on to say at the end of that Rex is one of the rebels on Endor in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
One with the beard.
Yeah. The old
because they base the Rebels, how he ends up looking in Rebels off that character to say that
which is great.
Him.
It's a way of bringing it all together.
Yeah.
The fact that one of the clones is in Return of the Jedi, the actual movie, is just awesome. Yeah. I love little things like that. And that's why I'm hoping they do more in episode 9. Like they bring back characters from Rebels and the Clone Wars.
Rex is back again.
That would be funny. It's just like he's like 110. But I'd love to see characters like Ahsoka or anyone. Just bring the animated, because they're canon. Why can't we bring characters from these into the live action?
Yeah, I'd love them to do it. It's like we said in the last episode about like Thrawn and stuff as well. But I can't remember who the person who commented it was. Who said, and it is a good point, is the risk of ruining them by bringing them in, because like we've literally just been saying, is if it was just the animated version of Anakin and Obi-Wan, these characters would be amazing. Yeah. But then you still got to go, you still got the live action version. So if they bring an Ezra and Ahsoka into a live action, and we go, did they just kind of mess with the character too much? They haven't done enough with it. Whether they would, like we said before, whether they would struggle time-wise to introduce the character to people who don't know him and make him right, or whether they would seem like a really random thing, like
even just a hint. A cameo.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to ruin a character in a cameo.
Like they did with what's his name in Rogue One?
Who are you thinking?
The rebel leader guy, the one with the mask. Force plays.
Saw Gerrera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they brought him in. Like he's basically just a cameo.
He's a Clone Wars character.
Yeah.
So if you've seen Rogue One, and you didn't know, he's actually from the Clone Wars.
Yeah. So something like that was really good. And that was a good casting. You got enough about him.
Well, I think Forrest Whitaker actually voiced him in the Clone Wars as well.
Sounds familiar now you said it, actually. Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is even better.
Yeah. So if he didn't, he definitely voiced him in Rebels.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, something like that. Like doing that way might be best.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you never know. I don't know.
Even something as small as like they did in Rogue One when they called Hera's name over the
show. Didn't they show the ghost? There's a shot outside where you see it.
And potentially, I think they showed Chopper as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see Chopper.
Little things like that. Even if it's in the background, it's a hint that they exist in the live action movies. I'd be happy. As long as they don't ruin them, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay. So the clones, they're great characters. They're the whole reason this show exists. Technically, it's the Clone Wars. It should be about the clones, and they didn't ruin them. They didn't give us crappy characters that no one cares about.
Yeah.
They have other side clones as well, like 99.
Yes. The old one.
Yeah.
Feel sorry for him.
Yeah, he's a cool character. And so they have little stories like that that are great. Just another bonus for this show.
Yeah. Okay,
let's talk about Clone Wars exclusive characters.
Okay.
There's 3 main ones. There's loads. There's loads of characters that are only in Clone Wars that are great. But the 3 main ones, we've got Ahsoka Tano.
Yep.
Who, if you don't know, is Anakin Skywalker's apprentice. She does reappear in Rebels.
As Fulcrum.
Yeah, and she is an absolute badass.
Yeah.
I think at first you kind of expect it to be like really annoying, whiny, like teenage apprentice kind of thing.
Yeah.
But she's awesome. She's badass.
Yeah.
She holds her own. She like stands up to Anakin. She tells him when he's in the wrong. Like, she's a really cool character.
Yeah, she shows how you make a character who's learning, like the apprentice. That's how you do it without making them be like, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, she's kind of how Anakin should have been in the movies, in a way. But she's fantastic. She's different to all the other characters. She has 2 lightsabers, which is pretty cool. Her style of fighting is different.
Yeah.
She's just an all-round cool character. The dialogue that they give her is great.
Yeah.
The voice acting is good. I've got no complaints whatsoever about Ahsoka.
Nope.
And when they brought her back in Rebels, if you do you want to put a little spoiler in here? Little spoiler for Rebels. Warning. You've been warned.
Yeah.
She gets to fight Vader, which once you've watched Clone Wars and you realise that they were master and apprentice, it adds so much depth to that storyline and that fight scene. It makes it super emotional. And awesome.
it shows a bit more, like, because when she basically brings the whole building down, it's accepting that she can't really kill him.
Yeah.
She knows she can't really. Like, whether it's power-wise or whether it's mentally, she just can't do it.
Yeah.
So you just basically take both of you out without directly doing it. There's more to her actions when you realise that relationship.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah. And the whole getting through Clone Wars will really attach you to a character, so it makes Rebels even better.
Yeah.
Okay, other exclusive characters, you've got Asajj Ventress.
Yeah, who's basically like the bad guy Ahsoka.
Yeah.
In a way.
She is essentially starts off as Dooku's apprentice.
Yes. She from where I've got to, she's just not the apprentice.
Yeah.
Dooku was told to kill her.
Yeah.
And then he...
Because basically Palpatine finds out that Dooku's got an apprentice.
Yeah.
And says...
She's basically too strong. Like, are you trying to overthrow me?
Yeah.
Kill her.
And she ends up... She kind of... I hope people are listening to this with headphones on. Do it. That was a shit one. Do it. Sorry, guys. Where was I going with that? So she starts off, she kind of thinks that the dark side, anger, it's the only path in life. And then she kind of comes to realise that she can do her own thing. She doesn't have to be... Whoa. As I'm talking about this, it's Obi-Wan and Asajj Ventress back-to-back with red lightsabers.
Nuts.
Did you ever think you'd see that, guys? Obi-Wan Kenobi with a Sith lightsaber. There you go. Another reason for you to watch the Clone Wars. She kind of comes to realise that she can do her own thing, and she does. She kind of just becomes an anti-hero.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to see. She's a really interesting character. There has been a book written about her as well. I'm not sure if that's still canon or not.
No idea.
But she is an interesting character, and if you want to see a cool female Sith, she's not really a Sith, more an apprentice.
Yeah.
Dark side user, Force user.
She basically has a bounty hunter, doesn't she?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like an anti-hero bounty hunter kind of character. So if you're interested in that sort of character, which has been missing from the Star Wars universe, here you go. Here's your answer.
Yep.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Another exclusive character is Savage Opress.
Yes.
Who is a yellow.
Yeah.
Zabrak?
I thought you were going to say Dothraki for a second.
Yeah, the Zabraks.
Yeah.
Zabrakian. I don't know. So this happens every time we do a podcast. All this stuff that in normal conversation I would just flow out with. As soon as I know people are watching and judging me, I question myself. They're from Dathomir.
Yeah.
That'll do. So he's the same race as Darth Maul.
Yeah.
He's essentially Darth Maul's brother. And he is cool. He starts off as like a skinny Zabrak. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah.
Have you got to the part yet where he becomes a beast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's that Mother Talzin.
Yeah.
Talzin.
Yeah.
Who just seems like I don't get that power. I just.
Yeah.
Can they do that to other people?
Yeah, I know. The Night Sisters are it's a cool story arc, but it's also kind of overpowered and weird.
Because isn't it that even Palpatine's a bit scared of Mother Talzin?
Yeah.
Because like she's just.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. She's a witch.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah. So she's got all these powers, and it's just like.
Yeah.
I don't know. She just seems so strong.
Isn't Asajj Ventress something to do with the Night Sisters as well?
Yeah, she was originally a Night Sister, and she was taken from them by someone, Jedi, to be trained, who then Dooku then takes.
Yeah. All awesome storylines.
Yeah.
That you can again follow in the Clone Wars. So talking about Savage Opress, he's a badass.
Oh yeah.
He has a double-ended lightsaber, just like his brother, who we will move on to. as probably my favourite point and reason to watch the entire Clone Wars, is Darth Maul. Now, those of you that don't know, if you don't know this, and you're a Star Wars fan, I would be amazed. But after Obi-Wan cuts Darth Maul in half in Episode 1, surprise, surprise, spoiler alert, he survives.
What?
It's really good timing because it's showing them fire on the TV. It's like we planned this. Not only that, right, if you get to this story arc, don't judge it at first, because when Darth Maul first is shown as surviving, he's like saved as this like spider version of himself.
Yeah, he basically has to create legs, or someone creates spider legs for him. I haven't actually got to that bit yet. I only know it from like briefly reading.
Yeah.
But basically, he's gone mental, isn't he?
Yeah. At first, he's just gone. Literally, he's lost his mind essentially, and he's got like these spider legs. There's a food van outside.
I don't know if that picked up on.
Yeah, so he's got like mental. He's got these spider legs, and at first I was like, "Oh God, no! Leave him dead! What the? What is this? This is awful." But then within a few episodes of the story arc, he's starting to gather his sanity, and he gets normal legs again.
Yeah.
At first they're just like robot. I don't know if you can see on there, robot cybernetic kind of looking legs, but he eventually ends up with pretty normal looking legs.
Yeah.
If you've seen Solo, again spoiler alert if you haven't, he does have a cameo in that.
Yep.
Which is voiced by the same voice actor that does the voice in Clone Wars and Rebels, Sam Witwer.
Yep.
I believe his name is. If you recognise that voice, I'm sure most Star Wars fans would recognise his face, because he is the face and voice of Starkiller from The Force Unleashed and The Force Unleashed 2. Phenomenal games if you haven't played them.
Yep.
So he is essentially Darth Maul to me, combined with Ray Park. And he does a phenomenal job. I think Darth Maul has more depth than any character in Clone Wars and Rebels.
Yeah.
He's such an interesting character. In Phantom Menace, he's just like this guy that is doing what his master says.
Yeah.
Just a killing machine.
Just a hitman. That's basically what he is.
But then when you go into his backstory, and because like again, there's books and stuff on Darth Maul, and you realise not only is he ridiculously brutal, but he is a super interesting character.
Yeah. Yeah, because the issue there with the films is because he doesn't really talk. Like, what's he say? Like 2 words in the entire film or something stupid?
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi.
Yeah.
At last we will have revenge.
So it's almost that weird bit of going like, this is the silent character, and suddenly in the Clone Wars he's like, just a normal person. Like he's not that.
But it's cool how he goes from losing his mind to when he finds his mind again. He's just.
There it is.
He's awesome. Like, he's such a badass, and obviously it goes without saying he's going to be focused on getting revenge against Obi-Wan, and that follows through all his story arc in the Clone Wars right through Rebels.
Yeah.
And it is concluded in Rebels if you haven't seen it, which is again is a fantastic scene. And now hopefully we're going to continue his backstory. He was introduced in Solo as Crimson Dawn, the leader of it's like a gang essentially, I think, a crime syndicate.
Yeah.
And yeah, so his storyline being obsessed with revenge on Obi-Wan is phenomenal. And Obi-Wan's not the only person he wants to get revenge on. He's also, pretty pissed at Palpatine, his former master. So there's some cool action scenes with them as well, with Maul and Savage Opress.
I know, I can't wait to get those. I mean, I've already seen them, like, not as part of the episodes, because they are cool, but I can't wait to see how it works out within the story.
Yeah. Talking about action sequences, the choreography in this animated show, like, look at that. That is just epic. It's on the level of, like, Obi-Wan Anakin in Revenge of the Sith. Like, the choreography and the action sequences in the entirety of the Clone Wars are phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think we're on to Rebels scenes now.
Oh, is it?
Is the dark saber in Clone Wars, or is it just Rebels?
I think it does come into Clone Wars briefly.
Yeah.
But I know it's bigger in Rebels.
Yeah. Yeah, so the action sequences, if you're a fan of just that sort of stuff in Star Wars, if you hate the political stuff and you love the lightsaber fights and the blaster battles, you will not be disappointed with the scenes in Clone Wars, because they are incredible.
Yeah.
How long are we at? Did we see? Oh, 40 minutes already.
Okay.
God blimey. We can talk about Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I think that's enough points Can you think of anything else you want to stress to the audience of why they need to watch Clone Wars?
No, well, as someone who's only just really picked up on it again, like, it's one of those things that even when I'm doing work here, just have an episode on in the background. You don't need to fully focus on.
Yeah, that's
if that is a good thing about it.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Like when you put one on in here when we were working the other day, the intro music, I said to you, like, it reminds me of falling asleep.
Yeah.
Because Clone Wars, after I'd gone through it once, it was the show, because it's such an enjoyable show. I would just put the DVD on or the Blu-ray on in the background and just leave it on to fall asleep to, because you don't really have to super concentrate on it. Because at the end of the day, it is aimed at kids, so it's not super complex and complicated and hard to follow. But it's awesome visually to look at. The characters are great. You're familiar with the characters. They're done well. It's just a nice show to have on. Yeah,
it's not a hard watch.
No, it's an easy watch, which I think everyone wants.
Yeah, and you always need a show like that. So yeah, really, I'll just say give it a go. I mean, I think we're going to talk a bit about the episodes to watch. Yeah. Because that's the way I've started doing it, is I'm not watching them all. Because, like...
It's like Dragon Ball Z. There's a lot of filler.
Yes.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is famous for having pointless episodes that you really don't need to watch.
Yeah.
Hence, they re-released Dragon Ball Kai, which had all that crap cut out, and it was like the whole series is like half the length. So we're going to do that for you.
Yeah.
Via another article that we found that basically tells you which the best episodes to watch in each season are. So if we've convinced you and you're ready to watch the Clone Wars, then hopefully these episodes will give you inspiration to go and just watch these ones. And
yeah, because realistically, if you want to do it this way, you can basically take the first 2 seasons, go, what's it, less than 20 episodes. So basically less than 1 season's worth of episodes is like the first 2 seasons for you to get into and see if you like it, really. I mean, the best stuff doesn't really happen until season 3, I don't think, anyway, but it's kind of up to you. Because I mean, for these guys, they say like in the first season there's only 4 episodes that are really worth watching.
Yeah.
There's side ones that you can do. I mean, we'll probably leave a link to this picture that says about them. Yeah, we'll leave a link to this article that says about which ones.
Yeah.
So you can go through it yourself. So you don't have to keep coming back to the video.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just like, say in season 1, it takes till episode 5 to meet any of the clones, and that's when they get introduced.
Really?
So those first 4 episodes are about, what's it say these are? About like Plo Koon and Jedi and stuff. So yes, they're cool, but Plo Koon doesn't really have any big impact on the Star Wars story. So you can skip those, and episode 5 is called Rookies, and that's the first one which introduces you to the actual clone. And then realistically, the next couple are to do with Grievous.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of better, like, again, to understand a bit more about Grievous.
Yeah.
And then after that, realistically, it's not until the last episode of the season.
Yeah.
So, and that's just to introduce Cad Bane, who is an awesome character as well.
He's an exclusive we didn't talk about. Yeah.
Like, love Cad Bane. He's like a Western cowboy in Star Wars.
Bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a cool character.
There's another exclusive for you to check out and be excited for.
Yeah. Because one of the... Which season is the Obi-Wan arc in? 4. Yeah, because in season 4, Obi-Wan... It's kind of spoilers. Should we say it or not? I mean, like...
What?
About Obi-Wan's arc that he has to do with bounty hunters and stuff.
Yeah, we haven't got to give details. It's just a cool arc with Obi-Wan going undercover, basically.
Yeah, faking his death and going undercover as a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. But again, that's also one of the things. You can skip that if you want, because it doesn't change anything with the story.
No,
but it's a fun, like 4 episode arc, I think.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of Obi-Wan and you want to see his character put into a cool storyline, not something shit like go and kill Grievous.
Yeah.
And ride some stupid monster horse dragon thing, lizard, whatever it is. If you want to see Obi-Wan, a brilliant version of Obi-Wan doing cool things, then that's another reason for you to check that out. And that's a cool storyline to do it.
Yeah.
I've been playing with my lightsaber hilt. This is, I don't know if you've seen this, is it Ultra Sabers?
Yes, I think that's where we got from.
Obviously we make films, so we shoot a lot of Star Wars based stuff because that's what we like, and we wanted to do something with our own Star Wars characters, so us and 2 friends have ordered custom lightsabers. We've all got unique hilts, which are pretty cool. You can see that. It's pretty cool.
Oh yes.
Just have a blade, a stent blade that we can actually hit together. Do you want to show me your hilt? Yours is pretty cool too.
Yep, so his being green, mine is... Doesn't seem as bright.
No.
Oh no, I've got a bit in mine.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can also get little bits that go in them to stop the lights. But I was the only one to go on, so
yeah.
we're a bit limited on them. Yeah, that's awesome. So there's like loads of different... Like these are the cheaper ones as well. You can, if you pay a bit more, you can get some awesome designs.
Shall we? For the guys that have stayed and waited this long for the podcast, should we show them what else came this morning for an upcoming video?
Yeah, go on. I mean, if they've made it, what were we at? If you made it 45 minutes into this video, you deserve to see this.
Here's a little sneak peek of what's coming this year.
Because this is also to go after the video that will have come out before this of the Darth Vader helmet unboxing. So yeah, if you haven't actually seen that already, go check it out. The Black Series Darth Vader helmet is absolutely amazing. But the other helmet is a certain little character who looks like that. And if you know who that is, oh, you should love what we've got planned. It's a really good quality mask as well.
Oh, it's awesome. I'm not even going to say who it is, because if you know, you know, and you're going to be excited right now.
If you know, you know.
If there's anyone that knows who this is and doesn't like this character, you're not a Star Wars fan. Another clue is he is on my desk.
The only other clue, he's Old Republic era.
Yes, and he's not been included in anything that's currently canon.
No. He's probably the main character that we would love to be made canon again.
Yes, because he's the coolest character, and the quality of this mask, we got it from eBay. I'm not sure of the company. I think actually it came with this keyring of their name, Coser, Coser. I'm guessing that's who make them. Shout out to them. Awesome quality masks. So if you're a fan of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic, check out this mask if you want one. If you're a cosplayer, I highly, highly, highly recommend this mask.
Oh yeah,
incredible. So that's everything that's coming up with us, or at least a hint, and that is all the reasons we can think of. There's probably thousands more why you need to watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Yes.
Everyone I know that likes Star Wars, I'm like, have you seen The Clone Wars? No.
Okay,
what?
I will ask you though. If you said, I haven't seen any of the animated stuff.
Yeah.
Do I watch Clone Wars or do I watch Rebels?
Definitely Clone Wars.
Yeah? You go Clone Wars
first. You have it.
Say someone, I'm only going to watch one. Doesn't matter.
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
One, because there's more. And I think aspects of Rebels is better. But most of the reasons that it's so good is because it brings stuff through from the Clone Wars and it answers questions from the end of Clone Wars that we didn't get. So
yeah, well, I watched Rebels without having seen the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So.
But you knew of the characters.
It's probably stuff I'll go back to now, watch it again, and go, that's who that is. That's what that means. Okay.
But the difference for you is you knew characters like Ahsoka already.
Yeah, I had enough of background knowledge for it.
Yeah, so if you don't know anything about these characters that are exclusive to Clone Wars, and then you watch Rebels, it's not going to mean as much to you.
Yeah.
Whereas if you know Ahsoka, people like that, and you've got a connection with them, the things that happen in Rebels are way more interesting. Same with the Darth Maul story arc.
Yeah.
So I definitely say Clone Wars over Rebels.
Okay.
If you cut out the filler.
Yes.
Like we have said. And again, we will put a link below to an article that shows you exactly what to watch and what not to watch.
Yep.
So you've got no excuses, guys.
No.
Go and watch.
I wish it was on Netflix.
Yeah, me too. I think it is in the US.
Yeah, US I think it might still be, but UK we don't get anything in the UK Netflix. No. It's terrible.
I've got them all on Blu-ray, so HD baby. Okay, I think that's about a wrap, really. I think we can wrap this up.
Yeah, I think that's about enough. I think they've listened to us for long enough now. If you've made it this far, then
I'm enjoying these podcasts. They're fun.
Yeah, they are. It's just like we keep saying, they're just the conversations we'll be having anyway.
Yeah.
So we just decided to put a camera on.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this content. We would really love it if you join in with the discussion. It makes it way more fun for us because we spend minimum 10 hours a day together. 10 hours a day together.
Yeah.
In our office, so we have these conversations on repeat. So if you join in the conversation, then we've got more people to socialise with, and we won't be weirdos that have one friend. Join in, let us know what you think. Have you seen the Clone Wars? If you haven't, and you're now excited to go and watch it, and if you watch it because of this, Please leave us a comment and let us know what you think. And thank us. You don't need to thank us. You're welcome.
If there's any other points that you can think of why that we've really missed out of why you should watch it.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to know. Because I feel like we covered most of it, but from other people's point of views.
Yeah.
From a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view. From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Well, then you are lost.
You don't get any of that in Clone Wars. That's another benefit.
Oh, I could quote Star Wars all day, man. Right, let's wrap this up. Thank you guys very much for watching. We will see you on the next episode of the Flawless Films podcast.
Of Dragon Ball.
Thanks, guys. May the Force be with you.